Embattled New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is refusing to step down following a seventh claim of sexual misconduct. Wow. Now, these include allegations that Cuomo had groped an aide in the governor's mansion, an issue what has been turned over to Albany police for possible criminal investigation. In fact, there's a lot of talk about impeachment and a lot of people calling on Cuomo to resign. So now, according to the New York Times, the latest incident involved an unidentified staffer who was working with Mr. Cuomo at the mansion where the governor lives, according to the Times Union of Albany, which reported on the account. Few details, including the exact nature of the allegations, were available, but the woman's supervisor recently became aware of the incident, according to the article. The Times Union reported that the governor's council learned of the matter on Monday from other employees in the executive chamber. The woman, who still works for Mr. Cuomo, has not filed a formal complaint with the office, according to the newspaper. So now the other accusations that are out so far, some of them are actually incredibly damning. One of them, of course, was Charlotte Bennett, 25-year-old former aide to the governor, accused him of sexually harassing her last year. It's not like it was like, at 1997 when we were at a party, he looked at me sideways and then, slapped my butt, which would have been absolutely wrong. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be wrong, but like, it's not an older allegation. He's continued this behavior, probably was slapping people's butts back in 1997 too. But like now he's still doing it. All right. So anyway, now this woman, they said last year, accused him of sexually harassing her, telling the New York Times that Cuomo had asked her about her sex life and whether she had ever had sex with older men. Quote, I'm sorry, I'm going to have a quote here from Miss Bennett. But Bennett, who left the administration in November, described one instance in which, when she was alone with the governor in the state capitol office, Cuomo asked her if she thought age made a difference in romantic relationships. Remarks she took as overtures for a sexual relationship. Quote, I understood that the governor wanted to sleep with me, and it felt horribly uncomfortable and scared, and was wondering how I was going to get out of it, and assumed it was the end of my job. Yeah. Now, another former aide said the governor had kissed her without obviously consent. This was a former staffer, Lindsay Boylan. Her story, she says her boss at the time told her that Cuomo had a crush on her. It said the government went out of his way to touch me on my lower back, arms and legs. So he's getting really grabby. In October 2017, during a flight back from an event in Western New York, Ms. Boylan said that Mr. Cuomo told her she should play strip poker. And in 2018, she said Mr. Cuomo gave her an unsolicited kiss after a one-on-one meeting in his Manhattan office. Yeah. So she said, as I got up to leave and walked toward an open door, he stepped in front of me and kissed me on the lips. I was in shock, but I kept walking. Another one is Anna Rook, 33, who said she encountered Mr. Cuomo at a wedding they attended in September 2019, and they began talking about a toast the governor had given. Cuomo then put her hand on her bare lower back. When she removed that hand with her own, the governor remarked that she seemed aggressive and placed his hands on her cheeks and asked if she could kiss her. Ms. Root said she pulled away as the governor drew closer. So these are just a couple of these allegations, and they're pretty disturbing. They're incredibly disturbing. And so not good. This is some pretty terrible stuff. Now, Cuomo, he's going to respond to this in a press conference. Let me give you some of that.
As a former attorney general who's gone through this situation many times, there are often many motivations for making an allegation. And that is why you need to know the facts before you make a decision.
Oh, so there's possible motives. Oh, really? Are you saying what, that this is all politically motivated? Is that what you're saying? That's rather Trumpian of you. And they're jumping to that already. Interesting. But there's more. He's actually going to go on in this address to blame, get this, cancel culture. Going full Republican. Take a look.
Politicians who don't know a single fact, but yet form a conclusion and an opinion are, in my opinion, reckless and dangerous. The people of New York should not have confidence in a politician who takes a position without knowing any facts or substance. That, my friends, is politics at its worst. Politicians take positions for all sorts of reasons, including political expediency and bowing to pressure. But people know the difference between playing politics, bowing to cancel culture, and the truth. People know the difference between playing politics, bowing to cancel culture, and the truth.
Cancel culture, everybody. That's all it was. Cancel culture. Wow. Seven accusers. Many of which we know of actually work for him. So, I got news for you. It's not really a political hit if they work for you. Like, are you accusing like Republican operatives, or more like he's going to blame, progressive activists getting a job in my administration and then saying all these terrible things. Oh yeah, that's what it is. And they're trying to cancel me. That's what it is. Ridiculous. All right. One, you might think, okay, let's do an investigation and see what happens. But 7, that seems to be a pattern. There's a pattern that has emerged of him basically thinking that he can do whatever he wants. And that's how you can, of course, tie it to Donald Trump. You can talk about that, right? And so, like, how you tie it to Donald Trump is because you've seen a pattern with Trump, and now you're seeing a pattern with Cuomo as well. And so this is bad. This is real bad. Now he's been called on to resign. Okay, so there are a lot of politicians here in New York that have called on this to happen. In fact, what is it? AOC, Representative Jerry Nadler, Jamal Brown, many others have called on Cuomo to resign over this. But he's not going to go. He's not going to go. Again, he's going to blame cancel culture. He's going to say, well, we got investigations that are happening. But look, reading up in the story, he's called for investigations and created commissions before and then directly intervened in them when stuff that came out about him during the course of that investigation looked bad about him. And so, I mean, that's not good. This guy's not good. I think he should resign. And look, Cuomo has also done some things that aren't good. He stacked the Congress full of essentially Republicans, the IDC, if you remember that, so that New Yorkers couldn't get things done politically that they wanted to get. And so there's a lot of different reasons why this person, it shouldn't be in office. Again, if even half the allegations against him are true, well, that's already way too many. That's one too many. Okay. It's time to go. Like, resign. Just resign. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.